Yeah, here we go. It's Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to the Chad Prather Show. Hope you guys are doing well. Today's show is going to be brought to you by Birch Gold Allied Oilfield and Bet Online. There you go. We got a lot of stuff going on, dude. I'm running around like a chicken with his head cut off. But you know what? Having fun doing it. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm in Alabama. I'm in Scottsboro, Alabama, to be specific. I'm here for a graduation. Yeah, so I'm doing this thing from the hotel room. We're going to get into a true crime podcast today. Yes, you heard me right. True crime podcast. I got a lot of moving parts. It's always crazy. I'm moving at home. Thank God for Party Foul Steve and his wife, Tony. Sweet Tea. They're over there taking care of so many things while I'm on the road, but I'll be back over there. We're getting moved. Got to move the studio. Got to do all these things. And so here I am in a hotel room. Just below me is the truck and the trailer for Patriot Mobile. I don't know what they're doing here in Alabama, but I got a little video of the deal. I'm going to send it over to the Glenn and the guys and say, what are you guys doing? Get Texas plates. It made me feel like I was at home over here in Scottsboro, Alabama, seeing my friends from Texas. PatriotMobile.com/Chad. That's a little freebie right there for them. Go over there and switch over. Lots of things we could be talking about, but I was like, you know what? Let's have a little fun with it. Remember the days when we were getting censored by everybody? I mean, we were just getting censored. No, you couldn't talk about anything. Couldn't talk about COVID. Couldn't talk about vaccines. Couldn't talk about Hunter Biden snorting Parmesan out of the carpet. You couldn't talk about a laptop and hard drives on it. You couldn't talk about the videos that were there. You couldn't talk about anything. You got penalized, demonetized, deplatformed, all the things. And I say what I should have done a long time ago is I should have just couched all those things in a true crime podcast. Like I should have just put it out there in a way that they couldn't identify whether or not I was telling the truth or not. It was just so close to the truth that it just seemed like fiction. Because we've kind of lived through that murder mystery for the last few years. We really have. I mean, you can't write. Hollywood couldn't write a script more dramatic than the things we've been through. But anyway, we'll get into that here in a little bit. I think I will. I think I'm going to see if I can put together a little true crime podcast for us here today. It's going to be silly. It's going to be silly, but I think it's going to be good. Anyway, watchchad.com is where all the fun stuff is. Go over there and check my live schedule. I've got a couple of shows coming up. We're going to be in Angleton, Texas with Chad Prather and the Ragamuffs. And then Cooper Wade is going to be hanging out with me over in Coleman, Texas, over there south of Abilene at the RL venue. It's always a great place to go every year. We have a good time. Hopefully the weather will cooperate as it usually does. Fun little spot, but tons of things coming up. I'm being very selective about where I go on the road right now because I got a lot going on. People keep texting me. They're like, Chad, you're doing too much. Well, I mean, I'm trying to save the world here. I'm trying to save the world. If y'all want to go buy a $10 T-shirt from prathertees.com and support me, you can get over there on the clearance link and you can do it, all right? And then you'll help save the world as well. But more importantly, I want you to grab those Make Wellness peptides, not peptides, peptides. We could turn them into peptides, but that's a whole other party, you know what I'm saying? Hey. I'm drinking the Energized. And it is so good, so good. If you go to watchchad.com, right at the top, there is a link with my mug on it. You'll see it. Join the Make Wellness team. It has changed my life. People, you talk about it too much. No, it has changed my life for the better, and I'm excited about it. Let's kick it off. This July, there is a global summit of the BRICS nations in Rio de Janeiro, a block of emerging superpowers. You've heard me talk about China, Russia, India, and Iran. They're meeting with the goal of displacing the U.S. dollar as the global currency. They're calling it the Rio Reset. And as BRICS nations push forward with their plans, global demand for U.S. dollars will decrease, bringing down the value of the dollar in your savings. Well, that's not good. And while this transition is not going to happen overnight, the Rio Reset in July is going to mark a pivotal moment when BRICS objectives move decisively from a theoretical possibility towards inevitable reality. Folks, I want you to take advantage of something right now and protect the dollars that you have in your possession. You need to learn if diversifying your savings into gold is right for you. Birch Gold Group can help you move your hard-earned savings into a tax-sheltered IRA in precious metals, and you can claim your free, no-obligation info kit on gold by texting my name, Chad, C-H-A-D, I spell it Chad, to 989898. Birch Gold, you've heard me say it over and over again. They got an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers. Let Birch Gold arm you with a free, no-obligation info kit on owning gold before July and the Rio Reset. Text Chad, C-H-A-D. That's all you got to do. It helps the show tremendously. Text Chad to 989898. Do that today, okay? Okay. I need you to do it. How about we do this thing? I got places to be. You got places to be. Let's get into this thing. If we're going to let's do a little conspiracy podcast. Let's do it. Let's do a true crime. This is completely fictional. Completely fictional. Any likeness to real individuals, living or dead, is purely coincidental. Okay. So welcome to the Cognitive Conspiracy, a fictional true crime style podcast. The cancer in the West Wing. Dum, 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 boom, dum, 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 boom. America was on the brink again. But this time it wasn't just a war of nations or ideals. It was a war of truth and a war of time. At the center of it all, a man who could no longer remember what he was trying to control. The President of the United States, a leader cloaked in power, propped up by handlers while the world quietly burned behind the curtain, debacles erupting around the world, geopolitics falling apart, deaths in the Middle East and Afghanistan, war, while over, still continued. This is the cognitive, whatever we're calling it, conspiracy. A 1 hour true crime. We're not going to go an hour. True crime style deep dive into deception at the highest levels of power, global instability, and the cancer, both literal and systemic, that nearly took America to its knees. Dum, bum, bum, dum. It started with slurred speeches, forgotten names, the stumbles on steps, and logic alike. At first, the media said he was tired, then stressed, and then just getting old. But inside the West Wing, panic. We spoke to a former White House staffer who we'll call Mason. He worked in the communications office during the final 18 months of the president's tenure. There were days he didn't even know which room he was in. We had to script responses on cue cards, and sometimes he'd read the stage directions out loud. Quote, pause for effect, end quote, that kind of thing. Meanwhile, the First Lady became increasingly visible, not by chance. Behind her carefully curated public persona was a mind obsessed with legacy, leverage, and one day being more than just the woman behind the man. In private, sources say she was controlling access, steering decisions, even inserting herself into national security meetings. One staffer put it bluntly, she was running the country through him, and she knew it. Then there was the president's son. Once a rising star in elite circles, he had become a national liability, plagued by addiction, blackmail, and an ever-growing list of foreign business entanglements. His spirals often collided with global affairs. One former CIA analyst described him as America's ticking time bomb. As global threats intensified, the woman next in line to the presidency waited quietly. The vice president, inept in private, insecure in public, drunk most of the times, but confident in one belief that power was her destiny. She kept a list. Who wronged her, who doubted her, and she practiced her inauguration speech behind closed doors. She would not miss her moment. This episode of the Chad Prather Show is also brought to you by Allied Oilfield, AlliedOilfield.com. You need to go over there and check them out. They are the industry leaders in what makes America have the ability to drill, baby drill. That's right, that sweet, precious oil, that Texas tea, that black gold, ooh, that cool bubble up. Let me tell you something. You want to get to that oil, you're going to use the equipment from AlliedOilfield.com. If you're in the oil and gas industry, I want you to go over there and check them out. If you're in the trucking industry or you have a large piece of equipment that you need built out, they can help with the concept, they can help with the design, they can take it all the way to the completed project. So I want you to check them out, AlliedOilfield.com. They're over in Levelland, Texas. They've been doing this for over 2 decades, and they have set an industry standard. A lot of the standard equipment that is being used in the oil field today came from the mines at Allied Oilfield. So check them out, AlliedOilfield.com. Go over there, see what they got, see what they can do for you and your business. If you're an engineer, if you're out there running things, making things happen, and making sure that America's economy is boosted and bolstered and doing all the stuff that it needs to do, get some help. Remember, AlliedOilfield.com. On May 17th at 3:12 a.m., NORAD received a tip, a rogue signal, an unconfirmed launch sequence. It was a false alarm, but one that triggered emergency protocols, nuclear briefings, hidden bunkers, red phones. The president, he slept through it, literally. Documents obtained by this podcast reveal 38 executive actions during this time were signed with no confirmed mental evaluation of the president. In fact, there was speculation that it was signed by the use of an auto pen. Who was behind it? No one knows. Some were strategic, others potentially catastrophic. Then came the turning point, the strike. A U.S. submarine went dark in the South China Sea for nearly 8 hours. No one knew where it was or whether it had been hijacked. The Pentagon convened an emergency session. The vice president was rushed from her residence to a secure location. And the president, he appeared for 46 seconds, read from a teleprompter, and smiled. But that structure was crumbling. Behind the scenes, the 25th Amendment was being whispered throughout the halls of power. Within days, the president vanished from public view. The White House called it a routine medical retreat. But the truth, it was a quiet coup. The vice president assumed operational command. Or did she? Protests erupted. Supply chains collapsed. Conspiracy theories flooded the airwaves. Was this a silent revolution? A medical emergency? A globalist plot? No one had answers until a single leak changed everything. A secure hard drive, anonymous drop, files encrypted with old CIA protocols. Inside, a diagnosis: prostate cancer, advanced, stage 4, dated 4 years prior. Beep, 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 boop, boo. The president had cancer. And not just recently, he was being treated while on campaign, while signing defense bills, while negotiating with NATO, and no one knew. Or so we thought. Buried within those same files were references to Directive Blackthorn, a closed-door committee composed of pharmaceutical lobbyists, media executives, Pentagon advisors, and intelligence contractors. Their purpose? Maintain continuity, protect perception, and above all, keep the truth buried. We've tracked down a former pharma executive turned whistleblower. Here's what he told us. He was the perfect puppet. They could push pills through, push military contracts, control media cycles as long as he waved, smiled, and signed. No one cared. Wasn't even sure if he was the one doing the signing. Not even his family knew. What we were dealing with wasn't just a medical cover-up, it was a systemic rot. And when the figurehead finally fell, the machine kept turning. Directive Blackthorn wasn't just about hiding cancer. It was about managing decline and manufacturing the illusion of leadership, and now disturbing new details emerge. The cancer itself, speculatively, may not have been organic at all. This podcast has uncovered a trail of documents which points to an experimental compound administered during a so-called regenerative treatment, originally developed under a DARPA sub-project. It was labeled as biochemical mood stabilizer with neural suppression applications. What if the cancer was the product? Dr. Yasmin Velasquez, a former bioethics advisor, went on record to say, I reviewed the compound's original aspects. Tumorigenic markers were known. This was no accident. Someone wanted his decline accelerated. So now the question isn't just how long they knew, it's who gave the order. Was it the First Lady, desperate for control? The Vice President, hungry for her moment? The Son, vulnerable to blackmail? Or the shadow council behind Directive Blackthorn, a cabal of unelected gatekeepers? So what now? The old man, gone. Mentally, physically. A new administration stands in the sunlight, but behind the scenes, the same lobbyists, the same contractors, the same networks of silence. They replaced the body, but the cancer remains. Don, 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 bon, 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 bon. This was the Cognitive Conspiracy, one nation under illusion, one truth buried beneath a mountain of signatures, and one final question: what else have they hidden? There you go. I want you to visit my friends over at betonline.com. Go over there and check those guys out. They've got the politics that you can bet on over there. You go to sports betting and you come down to politics. Pretty cool stuff that they got. Go over there and check them out. Bet online. Go see what the odds makers are saying about what's coming up, whether it's laws being passed, things pushed through Congress. Yeah, you can bet on all of this stuff, man. You can bet on. I think they got a deal over there. You can figure out who is the upcoming Democratic nominee for 2028. It's going to be interesting. Long time to wait. But you know, get in there while the odds are still good. Man, oh man, oh man. I want to tell you guys, we can have fun with this stuff all you want to. And listen, I'm not making fun of the fact that Joe Biden or anybody else ever gets cancer. I'm not doing anything like that. But I'm telling you, if you don't understand and speculate how bad this thing could be, still how bad it could have been, and you don't walk away saying, God has helped us, saved us, whatever, reveal these things, somebody's got to be held accountable for all of these things. Now, again, nothing that I just said was written in truth. It's all satirical, true crime story with not a lot of truth, but the issue is still there. Who is running the show behind the scenes? These are scary times we are living in, folks. And I hope you enjoyed the True Crime Podcast with the narrator. And Dr. I don't know what she was saying. So I didn't know I didn't know if she was going to be Chinese or Mexican. I didn't know. So maybe she was a mixture of both. But either way. We're going to keep it short today, folks. We're going to keep it short today. Make sure that you tune in to Todd later on for the Hot Seat Miggy Moo this afternoon. You check out Brianna Morella, get your news over there. And hey, you know what I haven't encouraged you guys to do in a long time is go subscribe to this channel, the Chad Prather channel, and also click like on this thing before you get out of there. Share the episode. Maybe somebody will get a little chuckle out of it and say, wow, we really did dodge a bullet. But have we dodged it? Have we dodged that bullet? We don't know. We don't know if we have or not. So anyway, you guys stay sane out there. Keep the insanity at bay, but keep talking about this thing. Don't let them weaponize sympathy. Everybody, I said it this morning on the Dear America show, everybody's family, everybody's lives have been touched by cancer. Joe Biden is no exclusion. He doesn't just get to bail out because of all the nefarious things that have happened being a deep state puppet. He doesn't get to bail out from all that stuff. No, this was hidden from the American people, and when something is hidden, if they will hide the medical conditions of an American leader, then they'll hide anything. Could have been dangerous, could have been very bad, and it still might be. We don't know. So we can't let them sweep this one under the rug. This should go up to the deepest depths of hell and darkness to be exposed. It really should be, because this kind of thing, if it can happen here, it's insulting to the intelligence of the American people. It's an insult to the foundations of this country. And we need to talk about it. So I'm not going to shy away from all of that stuff. Anyway, thank you for joining me on my True Crime Podcast. Follow our producer at David Medina PDX on Instagram. Go over there and follow him, get some of his content. Whew, man, I'm waiting on the dust to settle, folks, and one day it will. It is, I think, maybe. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I love you guys. God bless you. And I will talk to you tomorrow morning on the Dear America show. Go to watchchad.com and see what's up. Join the Make Wellness team and get on board. Let's rock and roll. I love y'all. God bless you, and we will talk to you.